Hello, lovelies. Today we're just going to go over some of my general thoughts because Casa Amor is messy. First of all, Kaylor and Serena. Okay? I'm going to need you guys to buck up. Serena, get off that floor because no, girl, we don't do that. As well as gross. And I'm going to need you guys to just be about that business because your men are doing them in the other villa. Let's just get into it. This is Bits of Banter with Antoinette. So, for this Love Island USA episode 20, let's first talk about Aaron. Yeah, let's just talk about Aaron and Daniela. Aaron obviously really likes this girl. Um, I don't know they seem like they have a lot of sexual romantic chemistry. I don't know if Daniela really likes him. There's something about the way that she looks at him that I'm like, I don't know if she's actually feeling this man. Also, Aaron, you're moving mad. So he's talking about how in the beginning of the episode, he's telling Daniela, "You're making this so hard for me." How is she making it hard for you? You, she's just living her life. She's just literally, she's a beautiful girl, obviously, but that at no fault of her own. How is her just literally being born with beauty making anything hard for you? Also, just talking to you like a normal person. How is that making anything hard for you? What you're making things hard for yourself, Aaron, by sleeping next to her, by constantly, basically the night before, kissing her on the belly, like all this stuff that you're doing, you're making it hard for yourself. She's not doing anything. I hate when guys say that. You're making it. What do you? I. This girl is just living her life. Also, him telling her that, oh, like, I'm going to keep my clothes on. I hope so. Because you keep saying you're going to be respectful to Kaylor. So why wouldn't you keep your clothes on? Aaron, I feel like he doesn't even know who Kaylor is anymore. He basically, it's almost as if he's having amnesia and he keeps remembering there's this name, Kaylor, but he does not remember his coupling up with her. And then him having that conversation with Rob, and he says, I like Kaylor so much. But Rob, and you know what? This is not my being okay. Rob being, or at least Rob trying to be the good guy and say, hey, but don't do something stupid, Kaylor, because Kaylor will be crushed. I don't know if Aaron heard that, as well as him always saying, oh, you know what? I respect Kaylor. Is the respect in the room with us? Because I don't see it. I don't feel it. The way you're moving is disrespectful. You are not giving any respect to Kaylor at all. And honestly, Daniela is gorgeous. Her conversation with Kendall was hilarious, honestly. She was telling Kendall that, what did she say? She was saying they were talking about how Kendall was asking, like, how's the relationship with Aaron? And she's like, it's going well. He said things like, I have to I have respect for her for certain things, like I guess talking about Kaylor. And then she says, but his actions low key are a little different, which, yeah, so even she's clocking it that Aaron does not respect Kaylor basically at all. And Danielle's basically like, this is my man already. Kaylor who? He's forgotten about her and he's into me. Then let's talk about Miguel and Rob. These are the only two men that are really, even though they're the only two men that are basically single, even though Miguel is coupled up with Leah, and for some reason Leah is saying that she misses this man. But basically, Miguel and Robert are the most single men here. And I feel like they're not even moving that weird or even that intensely as the men that are actually in relationships, like Cordell and like Aaron. That is absolutely crazy. But again, focusing a little bit more on Miguel. One thing about Miguel, I do think he has a great personality. He's funny, all this stuff. But there's something about him that I feel like is just boring because he just doesn't There's nothing about him that is giving, I want to give any commitment or I like anybody. He just is a horn dog. That's it. He's just a horn dog. You can tell he just will follow the next pretty thing. He's obviously trying to stay in the villa, but he's just trying to get it in as much as he can. That's it. And I think that does a disservice for the show because for there to be any drama, there needs to be some stakes. Even Leah, even though she's upset, she's like, I kind of like him. There is no pull from the viewer, like us, to even, we're just like, oh my God, Leah, no. Because it's like, I can't even feel bad for you, Leah, because Miguel is just a player. It's very obvious. He has just been jumping from person to person to person, kissing literally everybody, telling everybody how beautiful they are. Oh my God, you're so cool. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Like he's just using line after line after line. There is just nothing about Miguel that is serious. You can't take anything he says seriously at all. So it's one of those things where he is just an F boy. That's it. But at the same time, on the band line we talked before, the fact that he's not even moving that crazy right now, compared to the men that actually have serious relations, that actually have like had some form of commitment with somebody in their original villa, is insane to me. Then we have, let's talk about Kaylor. Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. What I need you to do is I need you to, what do people do sometimes? Like take out those tear ducts. Maybe you need to get some surgery or something. Stop crying over this man. One thing you have to remember is Aaron did decide to leave the villa. Even though he's been saying, I've been wanting to use the word like LL, even though he couldn't even fully say the love word. Even though now with Daniela, he's been using that word all over the place, even though he was like freaking out about saying, well, I love this about you to Kaylor, which is crazy. But also Kaylor saying in this episode about how what did she say? About how she's like, you know what? The guys are having a good time. We need to do us to Serena and everything. But then she goes to Carter, is it? Or whoever that guy is. And she pretty much spends time telling him how much she's like, well, I really still have feelings for Aaron. And I was like, what was this whole speech then about? You're going to like really take the day, seize the day. And then now you're going to the guy that you kind of like, semi-like, or attracted to in your version of Casa Amor. And all you're doing is talking about Aaron. I'm sure that guy was like, please stop. Please stop. Kaylor, I need you to buck up, girl. And moving on to another girl who I need to buck up, Serena. You know what the thing is? I do feel bad for her. I really, really do feel bad for her. I don't think this is easy for her. She has been a slow burn, and which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there's certain things that she's done that have been a little bit wild, the way she moved, even though, okay, she did say that they both said that they were open. And I think it depends on how people interpreted what the game meant for twist and stick. I do think Cordell thought twist and stick meant like, oh, I like my coupling. Even though it doesn't mean we're not still open, but I'm enjoying my coupling. And I think that's how Nicole took it as well, etc. I think Serena took it as, oh, am I open or am I not open? So I think that's where that whole issue happened, is that everyone had a different interpretation of what that meant. But I just did feel really bad for Serena when she was crying on the floor. And I was like, girl, get up. The floor is dirty. She's feeling like she's going to look stupid. And from from the look that we see for Thursday, it does seem like she's going to look stupid. It does. A tangent on that, let's talk about Cordell. Boo Bear. Really? Really? I don't know. What happened to the boundaries we were keeping? What happened to the not sleeping in the bed with a girl? What happened to not kissing outside of a challenge? What happened to that? That within 12 hours, not even, that went out the door. That all went out the door. I don't like how Cordell is blaming Daya, I think it is, for that kiss, with the chapstick. She's like, oh, well, she really put it on me. The thing is, dude, you could have said no. And it is making me, I'm disappointed in Cordell a little bit. I think he has every right to do what he's doing. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I do feel like the way he's been so for Serena, the way he's been talking about Serena, the way he was saying that Serena, nothing, like, it would be really hard to turn his head, and the way that he was going to show respect for her, that's the part that I'm disappointed in. Like, I respect a man that stands by his words, and he's not doing that by the way he's acting now. So, and I do feel like he does like Serena. And as well, I do feel like if he saw Serena doing the things that he's doing, he would be upset. So it's important for you to treat people how you want to be treated. And Serena is respecting you the way that you would want to be respected. So and the way that you said that you would respect her. And now you're just doing the complete opposite. And I am hoping this video or this clip that we saw for next week, I'm hoping this is wrong. I'm hoping they're just grinding on each other or something like that. Cordell, please, because I honestly feel like he has a better connection with Serena. He does. He has a better connection with her. I think he's going to regret it if he ends up having sex with this girl, because I do not think Serena will forgive you. I do not. And it's going to really suck, because even though their whole thing was it's taken a while to get to this point, I've been rooting for them. I think they would be an amazing couple. And I don't want to see this all crash and burn just because, Daya's a nice girl, but she's putting it on real thick. And it's almost as if, because he hasn't been getting anything sexually, he's just, as soon as someone's offering it, he's taking it. And it's showing a lack of self-control. And it's just, what the other thing is? Kendall seems to be the only guy that is with a girl that is being respectful. And that's nice to see, honestly. That's nice to see. I did think that the one game that they played at the end, which was like raunchy roulette or something like that. The only thing about that was crazy. I don't really know how this game is played. I watched someone else's video, and they said something about how it was supposed to be who does it faster, but it seemed to be like who made it more intense. I don't know. Maybe the rules changed. But the only thing that really made me laugh was when Leah said, "Put me on the floor, bitch." And that killed me. Honestly, that killed me. That was the funniest part, and I think the best part of that challenge. Casa Amor won. Whatever. I mean, the guys were really putting their back into it, so that's fine. But we will see what happens. I just wanted to give some of my random thoughts about everything that's happening here. Basically, in the end, we didn't really even talk about Janae. Janae is being respectful of Kenny. That's cool. And Kenny seems to be, he's being respectful of Janae. We don't really see anything. So he's not really moving in a crazy way. But in general, my thoughts are Aaron and Cordell are moving crazy. They are moving crazy. All the girls in the villa, they aren't. They're being respectful. It's pretty chill. Also, production, you did them wrong with this ugly group of men that you brought on. Not okay. Not cool. I mean, they aren't even really being able to be properly tested because the men you brought in are people that they just really wouldn't be that interested in. I mean, I'm just calling a spade, But I'm interested to see what happens next week. Not next week, Thursday. I'm just praying, please, please, please. I am just hoping that Cordell is not having sex with that girl. Please, please. And this is not me shaming anybody for, you can have sex on the first date, second date, third date, whatever. If you like it, I love it. I have no problem with that. It's more about the fact that you said that you were going to be respectful of this other person. You said that you like this girl and that you respect her and that you don't want to do anything to upset her. And this is something that would be crossing the line. So that is my issue. That is my only issue with this. But yeah, so I will be covering Thursdays. Things have been crazy with work, so it might be in a few days. But if you like this video, please like it and please subscribe. I'm going to be putting out more videos. I love these little chats of ours. Love you, mean it. Bye.